If you or a loved one are struggling with type 2 diabetes, you should visit the link in the description below. This clinically proven, drug-free program lowers blood sugar to a normal level and can completely reverse type 2 diabetes within just a few weeks. Here's today's video.
The question, what is the limit on beer consumption for a person with type 2 diabetes? Answer by Patrick Fed. Type 2 diabetes and alcohol, proceed with caution. If you have type 2 diabetes, that's probably okay as long as your blood sugar is under control. You don't have any complications that are affected by alcohol, such as high blood pressure, and you know how the drink will affect your blood sugar. According to the American Diabetes Association, an alcohol-containing drink a day might even help your heart, though if you don't already drink, most experts say that's not a reason to start. In moderation, alcohol may cut heart disease risk. According to a study by researchers at the Harvard School of Public Health, women with type 2 diabetes who drank relatively small amounts of alcohol had a lower heart disease risk than those who abstained. A second study found that men with diabetes had the same reduction in heart risk with a moderate alcohol intake as non-diabetic men. In general, the recommendations for alcohol consumption for someone with type 2 diabetes are the same as anyone else: no more than 2 drinks per day for men and no more than 1 drink per day for women. Make sure to measure. A drink serving is 12 ounces of beer, 5 ounces of wine, or 1.5 ounces of hard liquor such as scotch, gin, tequila, or vodka. People with diabetes who choose to drink need to take extra care keeping food, medications, alcohol, and blood sugars in balance. Janice Rosler, Road, a certified diabetes educator in Miami, Florida, recommends, if you become hypoglycemic and there is alcohol on your breath, police or paramedics may mistake your condition for being drunk and may not get the care you need, says Rosler. Next page, alcohol could make complications worse. Page break. Alcohol may also worsen nerve damage. Some people with diabetes, though, should not consume alcoholic beverages. Drinking can worsen nerve damage from diabetes and increase the pain, burning, tingling, and numbness that people with nerve damage often experience. If you have complications related to your diabetes, you should be more careful about your alcohol intake. More than 3 drinks a day can worsen diabetic retinopathy. And even if you have fewer than 2 drinks per week, you can increase your risk of nerve damage. Alcohol abuse can cause nerve damage, even in people without diabetes. Alcohol can also raise levels of fat called triglycerides in the blood. Here's something else to consider. Researchers at Kaiser Permanente in California wanted to see whether there is a relationship between drinking and diabetes self-care behaviors. The team examined survey data for 65,996 adults with diabetes to determine their levels of alcohol consumption and adherence to good health habits, such as testing their blood sugar, getting their A1C levels checked, and taking their medicines. People who drink alcohol, the study found, are less likely to follow recommended practices than those who don't drink, and the more they imbibe, the less likely they are to stick with recommended health practices. Although the study doesn't prove that drinking causes poor health behaviors, it does suggest that drinking is a marker for poor self-care. You'll need to test your blood sugar to gauge alcohol's effect. If you do choose to drink, there are no specific recommendations for one type of alcoholic beverage is better than another. However, the American Diabetes Association notes that light beer and dry wines tend to have less alcohol, carbohydrates, and calories. It's important to test before and after having a drink to see the impact on your blood sugar, especially when you've first been diagnosed with diabetes or if you're taking insulin or other medicines that can cause hypoglycemia. Treat abnormal blood sugar levels as directed by your healthcare team. Alcohol usually causes blood sugar to drop. While the liver is processing alcohol, it takes a break from its other role of releasing stored glucose as needed. However, alcohol can sometimes raise blood sugar. I do drink alcohol in very moderate amounts, says Donna Kay, 40, of Prairie Village, Kansas, who was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes in 2003. She always checks her blood sugar before and after consuming alcohol. If I'm at a dinner party, I'll duck into a bathroom, she says. For me, says Kay, beer will raise my blood glucose, while a martini will cause it to fall a little. I avoid drinks with fruit juice or a lot of sugar, such as a Cosmopolitan or a Pina Colada. They are not worth the blood sugar spike or the calories. Also, some alcohol, such as Bailey's Irish Cream, has lots and lots of added sugar. I skip the sugary stuff so I can save those carbs for something else, Kay says. Red and white wine both have about 100 calories per 5-ounce glass. Sweeter red wines will have a higher calorie count because of the extra sugar from the grapes. A screwdriver, vodka and orange juice, made up of 1.5 ounces of vodka and 8 ounces of orange juice would have 208 calories and 25 carbohydrate grams. All the carbohydrate is from the orange juice. You may have to adjust other food choices during the day to accommodate the extra calories and carbohydrates from alcoholic drinks. As a general rule, it is better not to drink your calories. Healthy food choices should come first. To read more about diabetes, visit this website, All About Diabetes Guide. Learn everything about diabetes. Answer by Aaron Maya. The general recommendations for alcohol consumption for a type 2 diabetic are very similar to the restriction placed on a healthy person as per science. Men should have no more than 2 drinks per day, while women should restrict to only 1 drink per day. Moreover, it depends on your blood sugar levels and your skills of coping up with discrepancies in blood sugar levels. To know more about type 2 diabetes and food restrictions, check out the course on Abudo P. As the first 500 accounts are free. Answer by Kristen Shaney. In general, the American Diabetes Association, ADA, states that the guidelines for drinking alcohol are the same for the public and people with diabetes. The ADA suggests no more than 2 drinks per day for men and 1 drink per day for women. There are some people who should avoid alcohol altogether. They are anyone with a history of alcohol abuse or anyone who is pregnant. People with diabetes who have medical problems, such as pancreatitis, high triglycerides or nerve damage should avoid alcohol. Source: Alcohol and Diabetes.